Hey there. So maybe you've heard people say things like, the market is up today, or I just bought some Apple stock. And now you're wondering, what exactly is the stock market and how does it all work? Well, you're in the right place because we're breaking it down in simple terms so you can finally understand how the stock market works, where stocks come from, and what it all means for you as a beginner investor. What is the stock market really? All right, let's start with the basics. Stocks, also called equities, are pieces of ownership in a company. Yep, when you buy a stock, you're actually buying a small piece of that business. Imagine a company as a big pizza. Now that pizza is cut into slices, and each slice is a share of the company. If you own one or more of those slices, you're a shareholder. If you own the majority of the slices, you basically control the pizza and the whole business behind it. So the stock market is just the place where all these shares or slices are bought and sold. And no, it's not one single place. The stock market is actually a collection of markets and exchanges, like the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, where investors come together to trade stocks. So where do stocks come from? Great question. Companies create and sell stocks to raise money. Let's say a company wants to grow, maybe open new stores or build a cool new product. Instead of taking a big loan, they can go public by offering shares of their company to the public. This process is called an IPO, or initial public offering. When you, as an investor, think the company has a bright future, you might buy some of their shares. Why? Because if the company does well, your shares become more valuable, and you could earn profits in two ways. Dividends. That's a portion of the company's profit paid to shareholders. Appreciation, which means your stock goes up in value. You bought it $10, now it's worth $20. Nice. But here's the flip side. If the company does poorly, your investment can lose value or even disappear completely. That's the risk you take when investing in stocks. How does the stock market actually work? Think of it like this. The stock market is like an aftermarket. After a company sells its shares to the public through an IPO, those shares can be bought and sold over and over again. That's where the real action happens. So when someone says they're trading stocks, they're not buying directly from the company, they're buying from someone who already owns the stock. And where does this trading happen? Mostly on stock exchanges, like we mentioned earlier. The NYSE and Nasdaq are two of the biggest in the US. Back in the day, traders would literally shout and wave papers on a crowded trading floor. Today, it's all done electronically, fast, efficient, and accessible from your phone or laptop. What do people mean when they say the market is up? Well, they're usually talking about one of two major indexes. The S&P 500, which tracks around 500 of the largest companies in the US, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, a group of 30 major US companies. These indexes give us a snapshot of how the big players in the economy are doing. So if the S&P 500 goes up, it usually means most big companies are doing well. But remember, these are just indexes, not the whole market. There are thousands of publicly traded companies out there, small, medium, and large. So while the Dow and the S&P give us a quick look, they don't tell the entire story. Want to start investing? Here's what you need. If you're thinking, hey, I want in, that's awesome. But before you start buying stocks, you'll need a brokerage account. There are many platforms out there, like Robinhood, E-Trade, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab, that let you open an account, fund it, and begin trading right from your phone or laptop. Just remember, investing isn't gambling. Learn the basics, start slow, and know your risk tolerance. The stock market can be a powerful tool for building wealth, but only if you use it wisely. All right, that's a wrap on today's intro to the stock market. If this helped clear up some confusion, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more beginner-friendly finance content. And hey, drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you started investing yet? What stocks or funds are you curious about? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.